What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Ale, and welcome back to this amazing, fabulous, fun podcast, Sin Vergüenza. I'm joined alongside today by my co-host,
Mr. Anonymous.
And today is the day. Today is 420. This is when it's being recorded. We already dropped our official 420 episode, but we just so happen to also record on 420. Basically, all these episodes for the whole month, since even last month, have been 420 related.
Like my Nina says, I do 420 every day.
Guys, so my aunt is like fucking damn near 50 years old. She smokes. She's been smoking since way back in the day.
Back when it was the chronic.
Yeah, back when it was a chronic. So basically, we asked her, like, what are we going to do for 420? She's all like, what's that? I explained it to her, tell her what it's about, all this and that. And she's like, I was like, how are you that old and have been smoking for that long and don't know what 420 is? Nobody told her this. This came out of her mouth. Exactly. And it's crazy. She said, I smoke that shit every day. I celebrate every day. It's just another day for me. Like,
she's an OG,
like,
bro.
what the fuck? Like, okay, she damn near was over here fucking dabbing up Snoop Dogg, I bet.
She's level, like Snoop Dogg level of smoking now.
No, literally, like, nobody told her to ever say this. Nobody ever said it around her. And it's like, she really hit us with that shit, like, smoke weed every day.
She ain't even auntie no more. She's straight Nina.
She ain't even auntie no more. She's straight uncle. But yeah, do you want to talk about your week? Our week? You wanna talk about it? You want me to start? Or you want you to start?
I didn't have much things for my week, to be honest. What about you?
Nothing exciting. No.
Not really.
Okay. So for me, this week was pretty cool or whatever. I did a lot of errands yesterday. I went shopping. It was magnificent. We got some weed. Yesterday I made some bomb ass jalapeno poppers. Made some pastrami sandwiches. Hopefully, pray to God, we were supposed to have seafood boiled today, but the chef is out on some business. She's at work. So hopefully tomorrow, praise God. Hopefully, like, I'm begging for some seafood boil. If not, we finna just bounce and go buy that shit. Let's see. What else? I went ahead and I bought tickets for that Lights Festival.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go do something cool with some lanterns, guys, out in the desert. Make sure you keep an eye out for those clips. It's going to be sometime next month. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much everything that was pretty cool, pretty fun, nothing too crazy. The heat started hitting, guys. I went to go, oh my God, why is it every time I go to Victoria's Secrets, it's in the fucking heat, and I go in there sweating fucking balls, and it's like these bitches don't got air conditioning or something. Like, it's so fucking hot in there. So I had to go get my boobies measured up and stuff, and I was hot, like literally dripping sweat, and I'm like, this poor lady. And then when I went to go get my eyebrows done too, so I'm gonna give, should I be honest or should I not?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Alright, but yeah, I wanna go get my eyebrows done. Pretty cool. I always like going over there to Sinister Salon. Fun time with the girls. But that's pretty much it. Just planning, paying bills. Been pretty serious, guys. And now we're at 420. Exciting, fun. Do you have maybe a favorite show or a movie, song? What's something that you for sure want to listen to or watch on 420?
You know, after we went to the Dizzy concert,
or maybe eat, like, or like the way to consume it. Like, what's your must do on 420? Sorry.
Smoke.
Well, duh. What were you gonna say though?
After we went to go see the Dizzy concert, and you asked him like what his favorite song was, and he said it was Buddha Lovers. yesterday on the way home, me and my coworker were just making jokes about like, oh yeah, because he told me he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take an edible tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And we started driving and shit, and all of a sudden this fool goes ahead and he's like, put on that weed song, and I was like, okay. So I put the Mexican one on because we usually listen to corridos sometimes. I put on Fumando Mota, and he's like, no, the OG. Okay.
I'm trying to tell her to say happy 420 to y'all. Continue with your story.
Well, she's gonna be in the middle of it.
It's okay.
And he basically meant to put on this song by Afro Man because I got high. So we listened to that. We listened to a little bit of Afro Man. Then we listened to Buddha Lovers, which was Dizzy's song. And I was like, damn, I understand like why he likes it. Like this shit's so calming and stuff. Like just the beat itself. And yeah, like I want to listen to that song at least. And then movie wise, I just want to like watch comedy.
Yeah, I really don't care for specific stoner movies. Seen them plenty of times. So at this point, I'm kind of like, just something funny. Like right now, I realized a lot of people rewatch The Office or like certain shows over and over again. And I always felt like it was like weird. But I'm on my like third time watching Modern Family, and it really is my comfort show. It's so funny. I for sure would love to have edibles. Yeah, edibles are my go-to, but I might just take my edibles tomorrow. That way that seafood boil just hits different. Let's see what else. But yeah.
And then like eating wise, I would say chicken wings. But you make me eat those like every weekend, so now it's like not even a luxurious food to me no more. It's just like, bro, it's gonna happen. Well, no, like it's not something that like used to happen every weekend, and now it's like every other weekend is wings, So, I would say maybe some barbecue would be pretty good.
That sounds good. Speaking of Wingstop, I just wanted to show you guys their new like flavors that they have for 420, but they just posted a picture literally 30 minutes ago, and it says it's like a text screenshot. There's no name for the text. It literally just has a plug. So that's crazy. And it says, yo, can I come pick up? Yeah, I'm at Wingstop right now though. I don't have my car. He's like, what is that? Wingstop hot box. Order me one. These fools are crazy. This is how we know that the what's it called? The sponsorship is gonna happen, because Wingstop is out here promoting on 420. And like I said, Wingstop right now came out with the limited edition hot box for 420, and it's the THC hot box combo, which is the hot chili rub, contains no cannabis, THC, or cannabis like ingredients at all. That's just what they called it. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't really tried it.
You guys want to be wild? Grab some RSO from the dispensary, put some on it. Then I'll have that THC feeling.
But yeah, shout out to Wingstop for looking out for the motherfucking stoners. I feel like they know about me and they made it for me.
I feel like it's just cool as fuck that like they're promoting it. You don't really see that often. Like I remember when Snoop Dogg's what is it, Munchie meal came out for Jack. I was like, hell yeah. Those bitches are good too.
That was for like a 420 thing?
I don't know if it was for 420, but it's like,
I mean, they still have it.
You can't think about Snoop without thinking of, Snoop's favorite plant.
All right. So, are you good with the weekend talk? Okay? Let's go ahead and just hop into our first segment then. The woman's body. We're going to learn about the woman's body. We've been learning about it. We've been learning about how it works.
Lurking.
I know. Practically been lurking. Things that we could do, maybe some tips and tricks. And it's all from this period app called Flow. Flow is an app where, like I said, it could track your period, give you advice. There's a women's chat room where we go in there and get intimate and have deep conversations with each other, asking for advice, like we said, tips or tricks. And then there's a section where it's insights and it's actual doctors giving you actual real life advice. So today's subject is learn to choose and use lube. What do you think about lube?
I'm not sure.
I don't like the mess of it all.
It's just, yeah, like, I don't really use it or have used it before. So to me, it's just like, eh.
Okay. All right. So,
If you can't get it wet, bro, that's on you.
no, we'll see right now what it actually could mean. It could mean that and it could mean something else. So, how can lube enhance your sexual experiences? Number one, it could make penetration less painful and more pleasurable. Without lube, yes, you can do it. We get naturally wet or whatever, but if it's not as wet, it can cause tears that can bleed or be painful. So maybe using a squirt or maybe even 5 can help make it to where nothing tears. Because you could tear stuff in the vagina and in the butt. Since vaginas are mostly self-lubricating, people can experience vaginal dryness. And that's a whole nother topic that we can get to talking about. I'm not sure if we talked about that before. And that could happen for all sorts of reasons. It doesn't necessarily relate to how turned on you are. So, number 1, you were incorrect. 50% incorrect. Number 2, it can it can enhance non-penetrative sex and masturbation. That, says it all right there. It'll just help you slip and glide that thing. Number 3, it can make sex safer, reducing the risk of soreness and injury linked to vaginal and anal tears. Tears may also let bacteria and infections into your bloodstream more easily, so it's still important to use barrier protection to reduce your STI risk. Anus doesn't lubricate itself naturally, so the lube will for sure help out in there. And then, especially since the tissue in the anus is thinner than the vagina, it's more likely to tear. Some people use fuck, I don't know what the hell's going on. I haven't even smoked yet. Some people spit instead of using lube. That's also another way you can go ahead and transmit an STI. So just so you know, 3 types of lube and what they can be used for. So there's different types of lube, and this is how each one can accommodate to what you're looking for or maybe not want or need. Number 1, water-based lube. It can be used for all types of sex. It's safe to use with condoms, dental dams, and sex toys from all materials. It's going to be easy to wash off. You can also get it flavored, but just know that flavored lubes might contain ingredients that affect your vagina's balance of bacteria and potentially cause infection. So just be warned, some of them might not be good for your coochie. Just like we know some pads and some tampons might not be, but they're still advertised for the coochie. Number 2.
You might feel the rainbow, not just taste the rainbow.
Literally. That leprechaun finna fight back, bitch. Number 2, silicone based. It tends to be thicker but lasts longer, so you need to reapply it less often. It's often marketed as anal lube, but some are safe for vaginal sex as well. This type of lube though can mess up and damage silicone toys, so it's best to just avoid using those two together. So sex toys made from other materials are okay to use it for though, like metal and glass. I never knew there were metal like dildos and shit. Unless you're talking about like anal beads and stuff like that, or like plugs.
Oh.
So maybe that. Number 3, oil-based lubes. So they're more rare to find in sex shops or drugstores these days, mostly because or you could also use jelly and baby oil if you can't find it. But the reason that they're less marketed is because these oil products can make latex condoms, dental dams, and diaphragms break down. So it can also cause infection in the vagina. So probably oil-based lubes is not the best one to go to, especially if you're using that condom for protection. It will break down that condom, and then it'll cause you irritation in the vagina. So it's not really sold out there like that for obvious reasons. So if you're going out there looking for it, I would rather you at least know why they're not really selling it like that.
You know that smell that like babies have, or like back in the day that
When they
like
smell just like the baby.
no, like back in the day that they used to have like I'll try to look for the brand, but it's like three little ducks
Oh, the
and
little glass perfume bottle?
yeah, you know
Yeah,
that
with like
smell.
a yellow ball on top.
Mine was blue.
Yeah, there was a yellow one and a blue one, and I think there's a pink one. I still
Yeah,
have one of my little sisters.
my mom still has one, I think. But anyways,
Those smell so fucking good.
I could not imagine myself doing the nasty and smelling like
Those were
that.
perfume. Oh, but they did also have baby
Yeah,
oil. Yeah.
that sounds like I couldn't imagine doing the
That's
nasty
fucked
and
up.
doing
You
that.
finna use the same baby oil for you and your son?
I mean,
Crazy. At least have one for you and one for that little fool.
it's a 2-for-1.
All right. So how to use lube. So here's some how to use, but this is a general guide. You guys should look at the bottle or the packaging that your lube comes in just to make sure, because they're not all going to be the same. So you should start with a small amount, apply it on your hands, let it warm up, and then go ahead and put it on your genitals or your toys. You can gradually increase the amount to find what's comfortable for you and reapply whenever you want to. When you're done, you should wash off, and then you should store it in a cool and dry place. Remember, most lubes have a shelf life, so make sure you check the expiration dates before you use it. And that is learning to choose and use your lube. Any questions, comments, or concerns from you?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So if you guys have anything that you specifically want to learn or have questions on, comment down below and I'll go ahead and try to help you out with that. Other than that, let's talk fucking beef. You go ahead and we've had the rap game is starting to feel like the rap game again. Like, we got people dissing, fighting, throwing shots. Like, it's going crazy. We got, of course, Kendrick, Jake, and J. Cole. We got
Kendrick, Jake, and J. Cole.
Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole.
Jake from State Farm out here swinging.
We got Drake and Metro Boomin. We got Drake and Rick Ross.
Drake against everybody right now.
Literally, we also have Drake done pulled Tupac out of his grave, I guess, with AI, like to not sneak diss, but Drake made a AI diss towards Kendrick that was made from Snoop Dogg and Tupac. So people are saying he really put the ghost in ghostwriting for that one. What do you guys think? Was he all right to use the resources that he had available to him? Or was he little bro for that, for using that AI? Comment down below what you think. What do you think about all this? Oh, and then we have Chris Brown and who? Quavo. I'm sorry. Everybody's so focused on this big three beef over here. But why the fuck did Chris Brown have the hottest fucking diss track dropped from out of all these diss tracks that were dropped recently? You got bodied by a singing dude? That is fucking crazy.
Well, no.
For me personally, Chris Brown's diss went more fucking in than J. Cole, than Kendrick, and then Drake.
I mean,
he fucking killed that shit.
The thing is, Kendrick's diss was like literally like what, 2 bars, and it made everybody just so hyped about it. And then Drake's was like a whole song where he went against everybody, and then Cole's was like just a sort of diss, I guess. So to me, it's like he's not necessarily a singing dude either. Like, Chris Brown can rap. He's literally like a
No, but
artist.
That's what he said at the end of the song.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like it's just fucking crazy to me. Like, nobody really pays attention to him, or like we talked about him.
I don't
before.
think the industry does, like his, I guess, quote unquote co-workers. But I fuck with Chris Brown, and people might not like it for obvious reasons, but like I've said before, I cannot help that I like the fucking music. I'm a music person and I like Chris Brown's music. I've been growing up with his music. And this fool fucking dropped bars.
I mean, I feel like Chris Brown walked so the Weeknd and people like that could run.
This is true.
You know, like
This
he
is
really
true.
was one of the first people to like mix everything together, just like Neo, or what's his name?
Yeah, Neo.
Him
Neo
and
rapped?
not rap.
I know he was like R&B too, or
But he
like,
was like in a lot of like
ooh.
rap songs too. Nelly, or I forgot that fool's name, but he's in a lot of shit too. But the way I see it, it's like the big ass beef that everybody has between like Drake and shit. And I was thinking about this the other day, was like after that came out, nobody really started to talk about Diddy as much.
Mm-mm.
Like it
Mm-mm.
just started dying down
The only
slowly.
thing I seen after that was when Kesha changed her song "Wake Up in the Morning Feeling Like P Diddy" to "Wake Up in the Morning Saying Fuck P Diddy," and that was pretty much it. And he's still out here roaming around free.
There's that, and then my favorite one like of this week where I mentioned him was Ryan Garcia in a fight press where he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up," and then
No
like the other
Diddy.
guy like started talking. He's like, "Wait, no Diddy," and I was like, "Bro, like that shit's so
Not
funny."
only that, but Ryan Garcia didn't even make it to that fight he was talking all that shit about because he couldn't get the weight.
Well, I mean, he was over it by like barely. Like that's
I
what I
feel
was
like he did
saying.
that shit on purpose.
I don't, because like he does have a lot of shit going on and stuff. Like he wasn't really taking this fight like, I guess, professionally. But that's what I was telling my coworker. I was like, dude, it's crazy to me. Like a lot of people talk shit about Canelo and like how cocky he is and shit, but this fool is dropping his weight, gaining weight, going over his weight like constantly to be in all these fights, be all these like have all these championships, and nobody like gives him his roses, you know? But back to the rap beef.
I feel like everybody gives it to him. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, not really. Like
His face
recently.
is all over the Cardenas right now. Yesterday I went grocery shopping and yep, the homie was right there.
Well, like just because of his new beer that he's promoting.
No, it wasn't even around the beer stuff. It was literally like it wasn't his beer, but it was beer. But it wasn't his
Ah,
beer. It wasn't his beer. But like it was, I guess he's having a main fight with some guy right now or something.
yeah.
And they made like a boxing ring made out of, I think it was Bud Lights.
Mm,
And they had like a limon piñata and stuff. So I mean,
that's
I
funny.
feel like obvious. Didn't he have Santa Fe Clan and Tornillo come out with him?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like everybody else, like there's like some Hispanics that like him, and a lot of them that are starting to be like he's getting too cocky. He doesn't want to fight people. Whatever, whatever.
Give that man a break. I've been hearing him for a while have these big ass fucking fights, take these fucking dubs. Like, bro, maybe he wants to let his body fucking relax. Like, why would you say something? Bitch, you get in the ring. If you guys are sitting here talking shit about Canelo, talking about he's getting cocky, you get in that motherfucking ring. Like, he earned the cockiness.
Right. But back to the
I don't even
beef.
watch fights. It's everybody knows.
Back to the rap beef. The whole thing is like, to me, it's pretty cool. Like I said, everybody's getting back to where rap really started. It's a competitive, basically like a competitive sport, you know?
Hopefully, we just keep it to beefing with the lyrics instead of beefing aggressively and killing rappers. I'm like, I'm not sure if actual threats are being pulled out. Something Rick Ross said kind of did sound like a threat to me towards Drake. I wish I could remember what it was. Do you remember what I told you and I asked you, was that a threat?
Um,
Something like, I don't know. Basically, like he said something and it really sounded like a
oh, when
threat.
he said before it gets too far, white boy.
Yeah, like you need to calm down, and it sounded like like a threat, and I'm just like, hopefully they keep the beef within the lyrics and not end up killing off like these rappers, because no matter what side you're on, we kind of have to admit all these rappers are like there's at least one of their songs in your fucking playlist. They've probably collabed at least more than once in their lifetime too. So it's like hopefully we don't lose anybody because of this beef and it stays like with that genuine rap battle, who can out rap who.
Right. And to me, like the funniest one, and it's funny because you mentioned Rick Ross, is between Drake and Rick Ross.
Yo, BBO Drake.
Dude, Rick Ross.
That
To
was
me,
so
like
funny.
the hardest rappers are the ones that look like the meanest, most aggressive. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He
Are
looked
the
like a panda.
fucking funniest trollers
Why is it always the
ever.
big dudes that know how to roast somebody? Like for them, like you can call them fat, jelly roll, whatever, and they've heard every motherfucking thing in the book. But if you come after a big boy, that big boy finna roast you so bad that you'll call that fool skinny just to say you're sorry.
I mean, I think because of that, like the fat jokes, everybody makes them. Everybody has one. Everybody like.
It's giving fat Amy. Why do you call yourself fat Amy? So twig bitches like you don't say it behind my
You
back.
see what I'm saying? Like it's something that everybody's heard, but once you like start roasting people that hear that shit every day and have to be fast on their feet,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god! Like I forgot this comedian. He's like a. I know it's wrong to say it, but he's a little person. Sorry, you guys,
I
but
don't
he's
know
a
the
little
correct
person.
term for that.
I think they're just like to be called little
Short
people.
kings. Let's just call them short kings.
But yeah, he's like really small, and his dad used to bully the fuck out of him before he even got to school. Like he would make fun of him, and then he would be like, "Okay, now you say something." So he would literally be practicing with his dad, just roasting each other. And like he got to school, and he was waiting for somebody to pick on him. And once they did, he's like, "Dude, he had fucked up." He's like, "I went off on everything, way he was dressing, the way he looked, the way like everything." So it's like when you grow up and you're constantly reminded of shit like that, it doesn't bother you. But when you have to do it against somebody
I
else, it's
wish
so
that shit still
easy.
hurts me. Yeah.
But yeah, his beef with Drake was basically like, since you told me you didn't know about it, it started because Drake sent a cease and dismiss or
Cease
decease.
and desist.
Yeah. Paper to French Montana over a song. And Drake basically wasn't on the song no more. He released it with Lil Wayne and with Rick Ross. And Rick Ross ever since then has been like kind of sending shots. Drake, it's funny because a lot of people like say that Drake rap beef is more like mental to like the actual people, and then like to the public for us it's just like subliminal through the raps.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he sent Rick Ross's wife a invitation to go to his concert, and then put Lil Wayne's lyrics in the caption of a picture saying, "I got your girl in the front singing my lyrics," or some shit like that. So like he's throwing shots at him like any way he can, basically. And Rick Ross, like I said, he's just kind of trolling the fuck out of him. He's like, "I know you sent the text messages to your mom, white boy." He's like, "You better tell her sorry because you were outside playing at the park at night,
what I
white boy."
was telling you. That was like, says he's like, your mama can't save you from this one. You better watch out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the one that I thought was like, not a warning, like I'm finna
Like
beat
a
your ass
threat?
type of shit. Yeah, threat.
Well, I mean, like to me, it's just so funny because it's like
I say we make all these rappers get in the boxing ring and Ryan Garcia hosts this shit alongside Jake Paul. Boom.
you know that there was a fighting game called something Jam, but it was like basically back in the day, like all these rappers, Big Pun, like basically all the rappers you can think of, 50, were in this game where they would just box each other in like a street match. And like the hardest one were like the big guys. So like I would take my money on Rick Ross. Like I could see that boy fucking knocking some shit.
I think that if they really want to get physical and like instead of going out and shooting each other, doing shit that other rappers have done in the past, fucking box it out. Go bodies for that shit. Fucking do. If influencers can fucking sit here and get in a boxing match when they have fucking beef, what the fuck is to say that these rappers can't do it? Why don't we get in the ring, boys? And that's just my hot take. So now let's go ahead and go into our dream segment though, before we get a little too hot. With this dream segment, we talk about any dreams that we've had in the past or any dreams that we've had recently. So, we also have a Google form listed down below in the bio where you yourself can go ahead and submit a dream that you've recently had or like we said in the past. anonymously, so we can go ahead and read it here on the podcast with everybody alongside us. The Google form has no entries yet. We've only had those 4 people that have submitted. Those 4 people, you're beautiful. I love you. Let me get you some chicken wings. I'll give you like a little 4-piece because we ain't balling out here yet. But shout out to you guys. You're amazing. You're lovely. And happy Wednesday. I hope you have an extra special Wednesday. So, do you have a dream? I have a dream.
I have not.
You don't have a dream? All right. Whatever. Cool. I do have a dream. And I had this one last night. God put this dream in my head because he knew I forgot the other dream I had this week. So, you ready? All right. So, for you guys that don't know, well, you guys don't know for sure. So I have my friend, she's a Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate birthday parties. They do not celebrate holidays like that. The one thing that I know they mostly do celebrate is like baby stuff, like gender reveals, freaking baby showers, weddings, they'll do that stuff, but more like life events other than happy birthdays. That's what they'll celebrate. Everything else is out of the book, out of the picture. They don't do it. So this dream is pretty weird that I had it. So I'm basically in the salon. It's kind of giving Mexico. Like it's this big building and outside of it looks like fucking Mexico. So it's dark on the inside. It's a party. And tell me why my homegirl, who is a Jehovah's Witness, apparently it's her birthday and we're throwing her a quinceañera looking thing. I mean, keep in mind, she's like a year older than me. So this bitch for sure not having no damn quinceañera. But it was giving that. So me and her were basically like, we're in this dark hall. White tables everywhere. It has lavender around the room. There's a shit ton of fucking people. I bet so, because her family's fucking huge. We're sitting at this table and like basically it's giving like kind of like a shop look to where like the garage doors are open and then like you can kind of see like to go in and out of it. So outside there's more tables. There's a bouncy house. Yeah, it's basically the same colors, white, burgundy, whatever. Not burgundy, lavender type of color. We're just sitting there at the table right by the fucking open garage and we're just talking. Okay, so the pajamas I had on last night. Guys, I had these pajamas where it was like a little black dress, like something cute to sleep in. So this dress, literally, like, if I bend over, you're seeing nothing but cheeks. Like, it's short. So tell me fucking why I'm wearing this dress in the dream. So before we open the garage, I'm the one that's opening it. So when I go down to like unbuckle it from the bottom so I could latch it open, my friends are like, dude, your butt cheeks are showing. And I was like, I do not care. So I fucking am showing my butt cheeks to the whole fucking party, unlocking this thing, and it goes up. And then out of nowhere, like, I'm in new clothes. Like, my dream was like, bitch, modesty. We're at a quinceañera. And so I'm pretty sure that was it. And then like there's just music playing and yeah, that was my dream. And it was weird because like I said, she don't do fucking birthdays at all. So I definitely
not weird because
I
was showing my ass to the quinceañera. No, it was just because she was having a birthday.
That was weird because I'm like, how I went in to sleep in the clothes and those clothes went with me to my dream. I've never had that happen before, ever. That was a first. So I will definitely call her and let her know. If she gives me permission to record the call, I'll record the call and insert a clip here or something. But yeah. What do you think?
I mean, like I said, that's just funny.
And you know which friend I'm talking about because she's the only Jehovah's Witness I know.
Like I said, to me, it's just funny that to you it was awkward or weird because it's her birthday celebration. To me, it was like, bruh, if I'm over here showing half of my ass cheeks out, like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, that's the best feature I got. But yeah, I think it was fun. It looked fun. Shit ton of people there. The party looked pretty, and it was in Mexico. I guess that's why you weren't there.
Okay.
No, literally, you weren't there. It was just us two and a bunch of random ass people.
People you both probably don't even know at this point.
No, I'm lying. I'm lying. Now that I say that, now I remember. You weren't there, but I heard you, and you were the one that was saying shit about the dress.
Okay then,
You were,
bruh.
but you weren't there. I didn't see you, but I remember hearing you say something. Yeah, that was my dream. So again, you yourself can also go down to the Google form that's listed in the bio down below to go ahead and drop your dream to share with all of us here at Sin Vergüenza, the motherfucking podcast. So I want to go ahead and give my flowers to these two people before we go into our final segment. For one, shout out to this teacher. So I follow this Instagram page called Puberty, and they posted a cute little, like, how do you call it, like remembrance, I guess, from this one teacher who sadly passed away. And I went ahead and told a little bit about her story. So the woman's name is Tammy Waddell, and she was a teacher, like we said, and she had a last wish. Oh my god, I'm already ready to cry. So her last wish was to give backpacks full of school supplies for needy students. And so let's see. Some guy right here, it looks like a tweet, said his name is Brad Johnson, Dr. Brad Johnson on X or Twitter, whatever. And it's a picture where it says, I've been reflecting on my sweet cousin, a teacher who passed away a year ago. She wanted backpacks in lieu of flowers at her funeral for kids who needed them. So I guess instead of flowers, she wanted backpacks. Teachers, remember, you don't just teach, but leave a legacy that lives on with you and touches somebody's world. Period. I have had a couple of teachers who have definitely impacted me more than my parents have in certain ways. Not only with school, but with life in general. And those, once you get a teacher like that, you never go back. You just, bless their souls. So right here we have a picture with a good amount of backpacks. Over 130 were donated, along with thousands more from a nonprofit in her honor. In her honor. And there's people like lined up with their heads down, holding the backpacks, trying. I think they're delivering them either to her house or the school. Yeah, it's her house because it looks like somebody's living room where they're all put in. We have some crayons, markers, pencils, plenty of notebooks, glue. Basically stuff that all these kids really like. So yeah, I just wanted to give Tammy Waddell a quick shout out because just so you guys can go ahead and if you're still in school, which I'm surprised if you're listening to this, but if you have that teacher in your life, just let them know that you appreciate them. You appreciate the things that they do for you, the patience that they give you and your classmates, the advice that they give you guys. And then when it comes time to leave those teachers and everybody goes their separate ways to move on to the next level, just make sure you thank them. And yeah, teachers are underpaid people who do a lot for the community, more than most of the parents do for their own children. So just make sure you give your teacher their flowers and let them know that you also appreciate them as a friend instead of just somebody that talks to you all day. And if they're shitty teachers and they're doing something wrong, fucking call them out on their shit and go tell the principal, tell somebody at home, and make sure that this shit gets corrected. Because not everybody's perfect. We've heard a lot of bad things about teachers, so there are some good ones and some bad ones, but please give the good ones their flowers. Do you have anything to say before I cry? Did you ever have a teacher that impacted you in a good way? Maybe said certain words that were good? Good advice or something? A goodbye when you graduated that actually hurt?
Not really, to be honest. Like, I never really got along with most of my teachers. My fifth grade teacher was cool, like, but not necessarily like anybody that really impacted me as much. Um, yeah, I would just say that that's pretty nice. Like, my bus driver was pretty tight. She was pretty cool.
Okay. She also counts. Those bus drivers They're trusted with a lot. Definitely trusted with a lot and have to drive. I can barely drive and watch my fucking dog. I don't know if I told you guys last time on the podcast. He almost fell out the fucking car. So imagine dealing with all these little cabrones in the fucking bus doing what God knows what the fuck they're doing.
And the funny part is like she was like I said, she was my bus driver. Has the same name as this lady that passed away.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, we always called her Miss Tammy. And I remember like one time she made me sit in the front. I forgot for what reason. And me and her started talking and shit. And I was like, damn, she's pretty cool. So like the next day I was just trying to like a week later, I was just trying to fuck with her. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever, whatever. She's like, what's your name again? And I told her a completely different name. And she's like, no, that doesn't sound right. And I was like, oh, you're talking about my brother. I was like, yeah, we're twins. I was like, but my mom can't afford for both of us to go to school at the same time. So he goes 1 week and then I go the next week so we can learn the same thing. And she believed me for literally like 3-4 days. And I was like, I felt bad at that point because
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
a bitch for that.
I went up to her and I was like, Miss Tammy, I was just messing with you.
Yeah,
I was the same
that's
person.
poor thing. She's probably feeling like complete utter shit,
And
confusing y'all's conversations and shit.
she just started like laughing. She's like, that's so funny, whatever, whatever. And I remember like when she was gonna stop being our bus driver, she was like, if you guys didn't know, like I want to tell you guys like little stories about the cute moments that you guys had with me. And like everybody, like she had a little story with everybody basically. And yeah, she pulled that one up and I was like, damn, like you're a cool ass bus driver.
That's sweet. Shout out to another Miss Tammy T. I've honestly had a couple of teachers, surprisingly. I had one that standed out a lot was Miss Heineken, only obviously because of her name, but she was sweet. This is another one, Miss Berger. Yes, that was her name. Also, sweet lady. Both in the same school. Both of them good advice. The way that they taught, the way that they handled us was amazing. Some teachers in high school, some in middle school. I wish I could remember their names, but I honestly don't. But they were really sweet. They taught us patient as fuck with us. And yeah, so just shout out to the teachers that are here and that are helping us all excel on to the next point into our adult lives.
I like how yours literally
Oops, sorry, y'all.
how yours is literally a peda and then the hangover as your favorite teachers.
Oh, all right. So one last shout out before we go into our final segment. We have to do this really quickly. I want to give a quick shout out to the new up and coming, you might or might not know him, TikTok influencer Benjy. Have you heard of him?
I don't think so.
Then you want me to show you him? This is him. This is Benjy right there. I'll go ahead and insert a clip or a picture of him for you guys right here. Do you recognize him or no?
Not at all.
Okay, he probably won't pop up on your For You page, but he for sure as hell popped up on mine. Basically, I want to give him a shout out because from what I've been seeing, Benjy is really fucking humble. He really is not ashamed of where he's coming from. A lot of us, including myself, on social media, we show the highlights, the good shit, the things that look aesthetically pleasing, the things that we know people will like and not talk shit about. Benjy does not give a fuck. He is showing everybody the messiness, the drama, the heartbreak, the struggle. Like he's showing every bit of it and he's showing it in such a beautiful way. The reason why I want to say this, I've been watching him, but this one clip that I recently saw was he explains how his family is a big family, but they have like a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom home. So people are roomies. Basically the reason he said he's still there is because their rent hasn't changed there. So, especially because right now how fucking expensive everything is. He's like, we want to stay here because the rent isn't changing. It's affordable. So he went ahead and showed his room that he shares with his brother. And his room is probably the size of mine, if not a little smaller. So he basically had some bunk beds. He had like his mueble. Him and his brother had like their perfumes and stuff, tiny and compact. But the way he said it, he's all like, look, guys, here it is. Beautiful. Like, thankful. He said that. And then he closed it and he's like, guys, I don't want to keep going because my brother gets mad when I show these things because he's embarrassed. He's all like, my brother doesn't like it. He doesn't like what people are going to say. And he's like, who cares? It's a room. Like, we have a room. And I feel that, like, a lot of people don't have a fucking room. I have still to this day people that they're sleeping in the living room of their family's houses so their parents can have a bedroom. I know that there's people that are I see literally homeless down the street from me every single fucking day. Like, not everybody has that luxury of even fucking sharing a room with somebody. So I just want to go ahead and just say shout out to Benjy to showing everything, showing the struggle, giving somebody, like, I could relate to Benjy, not to that extent right now, but I've sure as hell have been through that, to where we've had a shit ton of people in one fucking house and we're sharing rooms. We're, fucking out here trying to see what the fuck is gonna happen the next week, if we're gonna be able to stay here or not. Like, moving house to house because we couldn't afford anywhere to go. So it's like, I really fucking feel Benjy, and I like the way that he's showing everything, and he's like, he don't give a fuck, like, and he is so sweet with this shit. So make sure you guys go check out Benjy, go send some support, go give him a little shout out. And yeah, I just wanted to say that, honestly. And he be dropping some motherfucking tea. He be calling out his daddy in front of his mom. I seen this clip where he's all like, ma, que no es cierto que una día él llegó, no llegó hasta las 4 de la mañana de una casa, quién sabe qué más, like, basically saying, like, isn't it true that he didn't come home that one night? And she's like, what the fuck do you mean? Hell yeah, he did. Like, they was dropping some tea. I'm like, bro, like, sheesh.
That's funny.
And his dad will, like, literally, like, fat shame him. And he's like, guys, cancel my dad. He's fat shaming me. He's like, no, mijo, pues es que esto. I'm like, bro, like, that's literally, like, shit that everybody goes through in this Hispanic household, where parents will say fucked up shit and really not see nothing wrong with it. And he's showing it. Like, this is shit that we go through all the fucking time. Meantime, it's the same daddy fucking feeding us tortas, fucking tacos, gorditas, like, so it's like, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, gorditas. But yeah, guys, shout out to Benjy. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and wrap this up with the clips from What Happens in Vegas. I'm gonna keep on the run. I'm gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last dime. Alright, so you guys aren't gonna know the name of the podcast or each other's answers. What's one secret that you've never told them before?
I don't know. I'm kind of an open book. One secret I've never told him before. Probably that majority of the reason why I moved here is because of him.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want him to know that, just because I moved here for school, and there were so many different other states that I could have gone, but he was here, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I just said that it was like a coincidence that, we would end up in the same state because we were long distance for a little bit. But yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's a big old leap.
Yeah.
All right, what about one embarrassing moment, whether it happened while you guys were together or before you guys even got together, again, that he doesn't know about?
When we got together or before we got together? This is so hard. But probably, oh my God, I still haven't told him, but the front of my car bumper, there's a chunk missing, and I won't let him look at my car or drive my car because I hit a median.
How the fuck does he not notice a chunk of your car missing?
He's been driving me everywhere, and my car is parked the other way, so he only sees the back of my car. It's in the front. and I just have not moved my car, and then I'll be like, oh, well, you drive, I'll just pay you gas if you really want to. So okay. I don't want to tell him because he's very big on like, oh, you got to take care of what you have, and
you're like, oh, big fucking whoop.
I'm like, I gotta
you
find
don't have
a
right
now.
He's fucking right, I guess. Don't want to prove his ass right and shit. Okay.
I mean, I'm stubborn, so what can I say?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the first question is, what is one secret that you have kept from her so far? She won't know your answers. You won't know hers.
I'm trying to think of one. I don't know. I can't. I hate being put on the spot. I don't know, man. I can't think of anything.
What about an embarrassing moment you haven't told her about?
Nothing comes to mind, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Like,
I just basically want to ask, what's one secret that you've never told your partner before? You won't know the podcast, nor will he, nor will you guys know each other's answers as well. So this will be between me, you, and the listeners.
Well, me and him aren't officially dating, so I feel like there's probably a lot that we haven't told each other. I went to therapy a lot when I was in school for anger management.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, if it worked, he won't know, and if it didn't work, he's gonna be like, bitch, you need to go back.
Yeah.
All right. That's good for you, though. It's always good to go to therapy. What about one embarrassing... I know you guys aren't dating, but let's say this is one embarrassing moment that you're going to hold off on telling him.
Probably when I dropped a linen rack on myself at work.
What is that?
Like a clothing rack, but it has like linen on it. I was like trying to move it, and it like literally fell on me at work.
Oh. Okay, everybody's seeing you?
Yeah. Okay. It was very embarrassing.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
One secret I haven't told her so far?
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on, let me think. Sorry. I think, well, we haven't been together for very long, so this is really a good question. I think I'm gonna tell her soon, but she doesn't know that, I think she has an idea. Okay, so she knows I go to church and stuff.
Right.
And, like, I'm super involved. But she doesn't know that I want to raise, like, my kids in that religion, too. She goes to church, too, but it's not, I know. No, but she does, actually. It's pretty consistent, but she believes kind of a different doctrine that I do.
Okay.
So I'll explain a little bit. So I believe there's one God, right? Jesus is God.
Right.
She believes it's God and Jesus is the Son, right? Like a lot of people believe that.
Right.
But I was taught different, right? And I want my kids to believe what I believe. And I'm sure, like, maybe, like, it's a discussion we still need to have, right? Because we've been talking about marriage and all of that, but that's, like, one thing we haven't approached yet. And I don't know if it's because of that. I'm not sure if she knows what I believe exactly, but I know for sure because she told me what church she goes to, and I wanted to know what they believe in. So I looked it up, and it doesn't line up, so I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool that you at least looked it up and shit, you know?
Yeah.
The second question is, what is one embarrassing moment you haven't told her?
Oh, okay. Well, she knows, but she doesn't know how embarrassing it was.
Okay.
I blacked out when I used to drink, and I relapsed. Like, I stopped, but I relapsed. And she knows about everything. Like, I told her because it was like when we first started talking, and I just wanted to be transparent.
Right.
But I told her that I just had a few drinks, and like my parents found out, and like I got in trouble, and that's it. But I blacked out. Like I was fucking I was naked, like at the house, at my friend's house, and like I was trying to take a shower. They're like, bro, chill. Like, they helped me take a shower. I didn't know. I didn't remember anything. And yeah, I think that's the worst one. And I was about to drive too, but they were holding me down. Like, that's how bad it was. But like, luckily, like, that's in the past too. Like, I'm like, that's done. Like, said and done. So like,
Oh, yeah. That's some real ass friends though. They didn't let you do. That's some real ass friends.
Yeah. And I'm glad they were there. So.
Oh yeah, sweet. Thank you.
All right. Those were our couples from our segment, What Happens in Vegas, a segment where we go around asking couples what's one secret you've never told your partner before, or one embarrassing moment that you have yet to tell them as well. They go on without knowing the name of the podcast or each other's answers. So it's just us that knows all this juicy shit, guys. Now let's go ahead and talk about it as we hit this motherfucking bowl. What are we smoking on today?
The same thing we were smoking last week. I don't
Oh, for
remember
real?
the name. Yeah, you threw it with the package.
Oh, so I guess we're just finishing up last week's. At least let them know what we bought last night. We went to Reef. Definitely a different experience. I never really shopped at Reef like that. I would only go to get their birthday present, and I would always pick up some KK. If you guys want me to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna give my honest review. It's the same thing on both of them, no? No? Okay, so we went to Reef, picked up their ounce for how much?
100.
Oh, this was
118.
118. Usually we pay 120 at Jardín. Honestly, I would have rather paid those $2 differences at Jardín. Reef. Reef. So we went last night and bought some
Jack Harrier.
Jack Harrier, and then we
Lucid
bought
Dream. Diamond.
what?
Lucy Diamond, I believe.
Lucy Diamond. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The pack was dry. We got some moist packs that we got over at Thrive Cannabis Marketplace. Threw some in there. Let me see how they woke up. Nope, still dry as a bitch. So I might throw in some orange peels in there, guys. If you guys didn't know this tip, throw some orange peels in the weed and it'll fucking moisten that shit up. Not instantly, you gotta leave it in there for a while, but it'll come out beautiful. If not, a banana peel as well, depending on what flavor you like, citrusy or fruity. Guys, this shit, the stems are showing everywhere. Your excuse was maybe it broke down in the bag. I'm looking at the bottom of this baggie and I see no crumbs, so
I think it broke into like the popcorn nugs, kind of.
I don't know, but I'm seeing a lot of stems right here, and I just want to give you guys an honest review. I want you guys to know that any product that I'm advertising, I've tried it out for myself, and I'm giving my honest review. Reef, I don't know, maybe we might give you another try one time, and hopefully you guys deliver a little bit better. Kind of sucks that this is the weed that I bought right before 420. What can I do about it? Nothing but fucking smoke that shit, I guess. We'll see how it hits on the Instagram. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. You passed me the bowl, sorry. For the first couple, the guy, he had no secret or embarrassing moment, but his girlfriend sure did deliver. She was the one that said she moved here for supposedly school reasons, but it was mostly because of him. Ladies, please don't ever do that shit. Please do not ever choose your school for friends or for men. Do what's gonna better your education and better your future, and if that lets you get the opportunity to go see those people, go visit them. But do not decide your future because of where somebody else stands. Do you have anything to say?
About that?
We're at period.
I feel like guys do that a lot too, just because of like going wherever their friends try to go. Just know like everything is a new experience, just like middle school, elementary school to high school. Like your friends are always changing, people start becoming fake or whatever. So don't think that friendship's gonna last forever. Also,
Stay safe, y'all. Her embarrassing moment was that she's missing a chunk of her front bumper because she hit a median. Same,
I feel like that's
bitch,
crazy.
same. Not the bumper part, but there's some shit I've done that I haven't told you. Like that one time I hit your truck, and then I wasn't gonna tell you, but I think we were on the phone.
yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a time where I hit your car. And I went over the median too, and I didn't want to tell you, but I had to because I didn't know if I broke something.
No, it's because
And there was that
fucking
one
Flower
time-
stitched you out that time.
Yeah, that bitch had a big ass mouth. I wasn't gonna tell him, y'all. I went over the median with his car and shit, and I smacked the dude. Our heads.
My
hit the
car
roof.
was low as fuck.
Our
you guys.
heads hit the roof. How I got it up that bitch, I don't know, but that shit was scary. I cried. We were supposed to go to the gym that day. I didn't want to anymore. I was just done. That bitch opened her big ass fucking mouth. There was one time I hit the rim and I didn't tell you, but you ended up seeing that. I know how to drive, y'all. It's just like at
They're
nighttime.
literally over here wondering
No.
like how the fuck.
No, at nighttime, don't let me drive. Do not let me drive. I can't see shit. Let's see. For our second couple, the guy goes to church and wants to raise his kids within his beliefs. Well, honey, that's kind of crazy how you're already thinking about that, but homegirl over here is saying that you guys aren't really dating.
That's what caught me off
Yeah,
guard
that's
as
pretty
fuck.
weird.
Because I was like, dude, like, you're thinking about marriage. She's over here thinking about
She's
being
over here
together. Like,
thinking about them anger issues. His embarrassing moment was he had a relapse from drinking. He was naked at his friend's house trying to shower and then wanted to drive. Relatable. Probably haven't had that exact same thing happen, but hopefully he got his shit cleaned. Hopefully, if there ever is a time where he does drink, it doesn't go to that extent. Shout out to the friends. We've had so many people come on here and say what their friends have done for them in a time of crisis where they're under the influence. And if you're one of those friends, you're beautiful and your soul is heavenly. Let's see. I have some friends like that. Shout out to our sponsor, Lily. Definitely dealt with some shit. Let's see. And you. Let's see. The secret for her was that they're not dating. Her embarrassing moment, that she went for 4 years anger management for therapy, and then she dropped a rack on herself.
the fact that you were like, yeah, he's gonna be like, bitch, I have to send you back. I'm surprised she didn't go off on you then. Like, who you calling a bitch? Bah, bah, bah.
Oh, because she got them anger issues.
Right.
Hey, they worked. They put in some of that work. I just want to say shout out to that couple, her for going to anger management and him for trying to get sober. Their mindsets are definitely good within that way. Maybe not within their relationship, considering they're both saying different things, but definitely their mindset for themselves is to elevate themselves and make themselves do better in life. So I hope that goes perfect for them. Do you have any last things to say about this?
Wish everybody the best, I guess.
Now let's go ahead and wrap this up here so we can go on to some 420 activities throughout our day. Do you want to say anything before we wrap up this episode? Anything based on what we've said?
Hope you guys stayed safe on 420. If you got too high and just fell asleep through the whole day,
I still say that's successful.
I shame you.
Nah,
that's it.
I think you're successful. That means you had a good time, Betty, and you had some good sleep. Nothing bad with knocking out on a Saturday. Shit, I'd like a nap too. I'm tired right now, actually.
Facts.
Let's see. You good?
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, we're going to wrap this up here. Today is Saturday, April 20th. Happy motherfucking 420. Happy belated 420. Let me know if you guys played any of the games we recommended. Let me know if you guys made new games. Let me know what you smoked, what you ate, what you did. Just let us know all that fun stuff. Send us videos. Take a hit for us. Send us a video of you saying shout out to Sin Vergüenza, Allen, Mr. Anonymous. Spark that shit up and hit it. Send it our way. I will love you forever and all eternity. I will fight whoever you... I'm just kidding. I'll have Ranger do that shit. But yeah. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Like I said, if you're on Apple or Spotify, go ahead, drop a 5-star review. Drop a little comment within that review. If you're listening on YouTube, Pandora, I was about to say Panora. Panera.
Okay.
We're on all the platforms. If you guys are listening anywhere else, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you see down below in the bio, you'll find the Google form, you'll find the Instagram, you'll find the TikTok. But if you want something easier to go ahead and find it all at once, you can go ahead and go to our Instagram, scene.vergüenza_pod. Again, scene.vergüenza_pod, and you will find all the links to everything that you need there, all the episodes, all the content. And yeah, other than that, we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. I hope you guys had a fun, safe, happy 420. And yeah, I love you guys. Stay safe and peace out, bitches.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa